Welcome to my audio essay/podcast, Not Quite Louisiana, Not Just Texas. My name is Noah, and today I'm exploring a place that shaped me, the Golden Triangle area of southeast Texas, Silsbee, Beaumont, and the surrounding towns. It's a place where Texas traditions meet Cajun flavor, where a cowboy hat and crawfish apron exist in the same closet. It's not Louisiana, but it's definitely not just Texas. Most small Texas towns share similar traditions, but southeast Texas has something extra. A blend that came from Louisiana migration, shared industries, families crossing the border, and traditions that stuck. To explore this, I interviewed members of my family, people who grew up here and lived this culture, not just studied it. I started with talking with my grandma, who has seen these cultural changes over the decades. When you think back to your childhood in this area, what Cajun influences stand out the most to you?
Oh, my brother-in-law, he was full-fledged Cajun from Church Point, Louisiana.
How did the way people talk, cooked, and celebrated here differ from what you'd expect in other parts of Texas?
Well, I seem to have a lot more thicker accent than other people part of Texas, so I guess a little more country.
One thing that almost everyone agrees on, food is the storyteller here. Crawfish boils, gumbo season, boudin sold at gas stations. These aren't special events. They're everyday lifestyle markers. And even the way we talk represents the blend. Shay, dat, making groceries, fixin' to come. Come see, y'all heading out? No single culture owns these phrases. They've merged and they've stuck. Next, I chose to speak with my granddad, who has lived in this region his whole life. What do you think gives Southeast Texas its identity that feels different from the rest of the state?
Well, most of the people in this part of the country have more of an affinity toward the woods, whereas the rest of the state, the high plains has that, Central Texas has the hills, but most of the people in this area identify with the woods environment.
Why do you think Cajun tradition stayed so long here instead of fading away over time?
Because we still have a big influx of Cajuns moving into southeast Texas. To this day, there still is.
If you drive a couple hours west, the accent changes, the food changes, even the celebrations change. Here, Mardi Gras parades roll down Texas streets. Accordions play next to country fiddles. Local restaurants serve gumbo beside barbecue. This isn't tourism or imitation, it's a lived identity. To capture a more modern and personal perspective, I asked my parents how this blended culture shaped everyday life while raising a family here. If someone has never been to Southeast Texas, how would you describe the culture they'd experience here?
I would say a mixture of Southern comfort meets Cajun flair, Cajun fusion.
What Cajun-influenced traditions or food were just part of normal life for our family?
Anything from Texas traditional barbecue to Southern country fried steak, but then you have crawfish etouffee and gumbo. That's more of a normal life for our Southeast Texas / Cajun influence tradition.
Do you think people around here feel proud of being culturally different from most other Texans?
Yes.
What's something unique about Southeast Texas that you don't really see when you visit other towns our size?
The blending of cultures. You have traditional Texas things, but then also there's a blending of Cajun influence, like in the food, and people speaking French, and it's just a blend of traditional Texas and Cajun.
So what makes the Golden Triangle so unique? It isn't Louisiana, but it isn't typical Texas. It exists in a cultural overlap. Much like gumbo, multiple ingredients slow cooked until the flavors blend so well that separation isn't just hard, it no longer makes sense. Southeast Texas is proof that culture doesn't have to match its state lines. It grows, adapts, and becomes its own flavor. If you ever hear Zydeco music mixing with country music under pine trees, you're probably in a place that's not quite Louisiana, not just Texas.